When I was living in Vancouver, he showed up in the mid-'80s. I did spend some time with him, but he seemed pretty messed up, like, I don't know if he was drunk or stoned and stuff at parties, and didn't smell too good.
He moved out here, and it was his 30th birthday, and had a beer with them. And he summed up kind of the rock and roll lifestyle like this. He went, "Shit, Joe, I'm 30 years old. What have I got? A beat-up car and a bunch of scratched Iggy Pop records." I go, that's not that bad, right? It's a summation of life at that point. I thought it was I've always remembered that as a classic statement, right?
If somebody wrote a book about him, they certainly could, you know, have a lot of material there as far as beatings that he's taken. And I guess it all caught up on him.
I was in Vancouver in about 1990 or 1991. I was at a conference there. And I heard he was in the hospital, and I went to visit him. And he'd had a very, very bad fall from a second or third story. He was in the process of breaking into the place. He was very serious. He should have died. Every bone in his body was broken, and he had, died on the operating table a few times. He was told, or led to believe by doctors and the police, that once he fell, he was beaten. So perhaps his sense of what had happened is maybe the place he was breaking into, or people he owed money, found him after he fell and, took a baseball bat to him or whatever.
He looked like Gene Vincent in the end, He had a big, metal thing on one leg, and he was like Frankenstein with metal pins all over the place, and he walked real funny with a limp. One of his legs didn't seem to be the same length anymore when he got put back together. He wasn't feeling well one night. He, as I say, was eating these pills that they had given him. He had a couple of beers, which you're not supposed to do at around 10 o'clock one evening with these pills. He didn't feel well. He went to the hospital, sat there for 3 hours, got angry, and very explosive personality then, much more so even than normal. And got up, went to the second hospital, sat there for 3 hours, and went to a third hospital at 10 o'clock in the morning, sitting in the third hospital. He still hadn't been attended to, and he passed away sitting there.
That's really good.
And the very, very polite, small tattoo saying rock and roll.
So rest in place of Mike Nightmare. There's his Celtic cross. And hey, brother. Now we got to get one of these plaques there for him and that. My mother just came up and did this. So, you ought to miss the guy.